How's it going, guys? Today I'm doing an update on my 9th month free from benzos. I figured it was time to do another video. One or two people have asked, how am I doing now? So I figured, okay, let's give it a go. So just a word of warning, I'm using this new mix setup and the audio might end up being a bit garbage, I don't know. Like, the audio on some of my old videos is kind of meh, not all that great. So this is the first time I've ever kind of had to sync audio, and I don't really know what I'm doing, and I probably haven't set it up right, and I've probably fucked everything up, so but let's give it a try. It's been 9 months since I relapsed with benzodiazepines. And one of the reasons that I haven't felt comfortable with making a video is that I don't want to discourage people, first of all, from kind of going into recovery. Like, if they watch this video, they'll be like, why is he still suffering? Oh God, I don't want to do it. I'd rather stay on the benzos than have withdrawal symptoms. I don't want to sort of, because sometimes some of what I say is kind of, some of it's positive and some of it's negative. I don't want anyone to walk away with like this idea that that you'll only have withdrawal symptoms. Like, it's not like that. Like, even though there are some withdrawal symptoms still, even now for me, the positives kind of outweigh the negatives, really. Like, living that life of where you're kind of asleep and you're walking around and you're not really awake, like, really. You're kind of dosed up on benzos, It's not the ideal life, like, really. But anyway, so I'm 9 months now. I would be 1 year and 9 months free from benzos, but I relapsed, and sometimes I've struggled to sort of think of what to say about that. It sucks a bit, but it is what it is. But I'm alive, and that's all that matters, really. Yeah. So, aside from the new audio setup on this camera, I've been exercising on my exercise bike over there, and been, realizing that it's not about time. Like, it's not about, how many months has it been since I last had a benzo. Like, I've realized that that's a very shallow and failed way of measuring recovery. The amount of time since you last used something is almost irrelevant. Not quite, but it's almost, to me, it doesn't have any weight to it. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, a lot of people on YouTube and a lot of people in recovery, they always say, once you reach 2 years, you'll all of a sudden you'll feel so much better, because that's what benzo withdrawal is. And maybe it is, but I've realised that, for me, I still have symptoms. Like, I'm at 9 months since my last benzo. I still have symptoms. Like, I still have, weird burning pain in this arm. And believe it or not, this is the second time I tried to make this video. And the first attempt, I still had the burning pain in my arm. I know it's just deja vu because I'm saying what I've already said. But I actually do have the burning pain there. It's like, wow. But it doesn't bother me. There's other things as well. Like, I personally, I don't really like going outside. I do go outside. I force myself. I'm not going to get into what I do for a career, but I won't get into it. But money isn't an issue, really. I won't get into it, but I get most of my shopping delivered for that reason. Because I struggle. I can't go to the supermarket. It kills me. Like, I've tried. It kills me. Like, I can't handle it. It's too many. It's too big. It feels too big. I just not ready. Like, even after 9 months. But I don't want people to get discouraged, you see. This is the thing. Like, this is why I've sort of been hesitant to make a video. Because I don't want people to think, well, you know, that's how I'll be. And it's not necessarily how you'll be. But yeah, to fill in like the background for anyone that isn't familiar. So I was using benzos for 5 years. Mainly diazepam, but also clonazepam sometimes. Not so much Xanax. A few times I've used Xanax, but not much. Yeah. I tapered, well, there's sometimes when I actually came off too fast, like, and I was in hospital twice, but, yeah, it's not a nice experience. Benzo withdrawal isn't worth visiting. It's not a good tourist attraction. It's not somewhere you want to be. It's not somewhere you want to go. It's not something you want to do. You never want to experience benzo withdrawal. I don't know why I'm smiling about it. I think it's because it's better to smile. Because I'm making a video and I can't not smile. I don't know. But yeah, don't do benzo withdrawal. It's not worth. Not even once. Don't even try benzos. Like, yeah. Even if a doctor tells you, just don't do it. In fact, as a general rule of thumb, anything a doctor tells you, do the opposite. Yeah. I'm just kidding. But a lot of what doctors advise, I know someone, I have a friend and he's just been given Xanax in another country. And I've already said to him, you know, don't do that shit, quit that shit, you know, don't. And they say, and the very first thing they've said is, you know, oh, well, you know, the doctor prescribed it. I don't know why I'm changing my hair, like, it's terrible. I actually cut it myself because I couldn't visit a hairdresser because of the virus. That's why it's kind of really bad. Just try and ignore the hair. I'm saying that to myself, you probably already were. Anyway, so, now I can't not ignore my hair, fuck. Okay, so anyway, I have a friend that's been given Xanax in another country, and, you know, one of the things that a lot of people say on benzos, and I said it as well, is, oh, well, you know, the doctor said it's okay, the doctor prescribed it, or the doctor said it's okay, or the doctor said this, and so it gives you kind of like this, you use it yourself as kind of a rationale for why you're allowed to keep on doing it, and you know that it's not the way forward. You know it's not the way forward, but you do it anyway. And that's what I did, and that's what some of the people watching this are probably doing right now. I know you're out there, and you're doing the exact same thing that I did. And you know that you want to get off, but you're not ready yet, or whatever. And you can. And you won't necessarily have any withdrawal. In fact, there are a sizable percentage of people that have minimal to no withdrawal symptoms. I don't know what it is. I do. I have still. It's partly psychological, but it's partly not as well. Like, I react to loud noises, and I have like less ability to handle stress, and I can't deal with stress, and I can't deal with the outside. I do kind of like a basic level of fitness because I get anxious about doing exercise, and doing exercise makes me anxious, and it's kind of like a vicious cycle. And for a long time I was stuck in that vicious cycle, and that's partly why I haven't made a video. I'm gradually sort of coming out of it again. And one of the things I've realised is that, as I said before, it doesn't matter how much time it's been. What matters is what you do. At least that's what I'm discovering in my journey. And I just, yeah, I'll probably contradict myself at some point, who knows, but, and again, like, don't take everything I say, like, I don't know what I'm doing, like, I have no idea what I'm doing, I'm just on a journey, and I know that other people have been on that journey, and some have made it out. Not everyone has, I guess. I know people that have died on benzos. So you kind of have to keep going, I guess. Yeah, it's a vicious beast. But back to what I was saying. Like, it's not about how many months it's been, it's about what you do with those months. And that's where I kind of went wrong for a while. It's kind of, I've been kind of sort of waiting. I don't know what I've been waiting for, because it's not coming, like, just like that. It's kind of like, you gotta have your exercise there, you gotta have your diet there, maybe, I don't know. This is my theory anyway. Yours might be different, I don't know. If you've recovered, feel free to let me know what it is that helped you. I haven't found many things that help. I haven't found anything that helped, actually, apart from meditation and the things that we already know that we need to do. So, like, exercise and diet. And we all know we need to do it, but none of us do it, or some do. But a lot of us don't. I'm trying keto. I'm going to try keto. I've tried it before, I failed miserably. I'm going to try it again. This time, hopefully, with more success. I get pretty anxious and pretty weird, like pretty edgy and stuff during the transition, during the, whatever you want to call it, the switch to ketosis. That's where I struggle. And before, I've tried doing it slowly, and apparently like, you're not supposed to really do it like that. I don't know. I'm going to keep on trying it, and hopefully eventually I'll get into ketosis, and then maybe I'll have a decent video about maybe if it helps. Because some people swear by ketosis and water fasting and things like that. For me, I haven't done those things yet. I should have done, because it's been enough time. Like, I should have done it by now. I just haven't. I want to do it. It's just a struggle to get into it. Like, I struggle to do it. But I'm doing more exercise. I'm doing more meditation every day. That's something that helps. That's how I'm able to sit here and make this video. If I didn't sit there and meditate, I wouldn't be able to make this video. I wouldn't have, like, the, I don't know, focus, I guess. It would be kind of shitter than it already is. So, yeah, apart from that, yeah, it's kind of, like, recently I tried drinking some alcohol. It's kind of difficult in a country where there's more pubs than shops not to, be tempted. So it was summer, and I had some alcohol, and I got worse, like, within hours. Like, I had heart palpitation. Like, I get all the things that I'm about to list, I get anyway, but they were just worsened. So I had, like, heart palpitations more than usual. I had, like, a high heart rate all of a sudden. Literally, like, within 3 hours of, and I wasn't drunk, by the way. I didn't drink that much. Like, I had less than 4%. It was less than 2.5 pints. And I instantly started having symptoms, like, pretty heavy symptoms. Like, high heart rate. My resting heart rate went from around 50 to my resting heart rate went from the 50s, 60s to 90, 100. Yeah, I had heart palpitations, and I felt like really trapped. Like I felt like on the edge of anxiety, like where you're stuck on this edge and you're not quite exploding. You're not quite, you're kind of holding on by a thread. So that's how I was when I tried alcohol recently. I probably shouldn't have done it, and people will say, oh, you can't ever drink again, and some people will say, oh, you have to wait a certain amount of time before you drink. And I thought 9 months was enough to just have 1 or 2 beers, which is what I did. Because it's nice to be able to do that. But I guess maybe I'm one of the ones that can never do it. I don't know. I'm still looking for the answers. I think for now I'm going to go back into like full sort of focus on recovery, focusing on just pure recovery, ketosis, trying to get into ketosis, and doing more exercise, because I kind of limit it because of the withdrawal, because I don't like pushing the body too hard, so I only do like light exercise. I don't really like going too hard, because then I get way more anxious. It's kind of a catch-22 situation. It's a vicious cycle. But I'm gonna try and do more. Hopefully that will work. So aside from that, just looking after the diet, if you're recovering, just don't worry about the amount of time it's been. Like, time isn't the biggest factor. In my opinion, mindfulness meditation and learning to be calm, because I think we forget when we're on benzos, and we kind of have to teach ourselves to be calm. We kind of have to practice. We have to practice on how to be calm. And I think meditation is useful for that. But I think you also have to be careful with meditation, because too much kind of sends you off into the fantasy world of the extreme side of Buddhism, and it gets a bit messy. So meditation in moderation is what I'd say personally, is what kind of helps me. But I'm looking into diet, and hopefully I'll have an update soon once I either succeed or fail with keto. I made a video a few months back on trying vegan and my results from the blood tests from going vegan. I can't say it really helped. I'm not sure what I was really expecting, but the blood tests that I did weren't so positive for the vegan diet. But I felt like I had to try going vegan before keto for some reason. I just felt like I had to at least see what it does to the body. I could have done it better, but I won't get into it in this video. I made a whole nother video about that. Anyway, I hope you kind of can take some value out of what I'm saying. If you are coming off benzos, recovery is possible. It's not all doom and gloom, despite what some people say. Even though I myself do have some withdrawal symptoms, there are positives as well. There's positives and negatives, and you have to kind of, just go for it. Don't let the benzos kind of tie you down. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. Take care.